Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for finding us. If you like this video, if you enjoy the content, if you are a fan of Hong Kong cinema, it would be much appreciated if you gave us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment. I love the comment section. It's so much fun. Shout out to our patrons who help this channel run. All the money that we make in Patreon goes back into this channel to buy mostly Blu-rays, but I've also bought like some vintage Hong Kong movie posters with it and other stuff that we're adding to the archive that we're building. And you may be thinking, Will, are you wearing contact lenses? What happened to your signature glasses? My signature glasses got smashed to crap. I don't know if you can see, but that's electrical tape. And so I'm going to put them on when I read. I'm going to read some stuff off of a computer screen as part of this video. But for now, I'm just leaving them off my face because they slip very easily and they're also just smashed to crap and very, very unsightly. So what are we here to talk about today? Let's get right into this video. This is a very exciting thing that I am here to talk to you about is Eureka Entertainment. They have made their announcements for May of 2023 and holy hell, these announcements are exciting. So I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to look down at my computer and read, and we will dive right into this video. So the first thing here, this is releasing on the 22nd of May, 2023. This is a box set. It's got a great title, by the way. It's got a really great title. The title is Hopping Mad, the Mr. Vampire Sequels. This is a 4-film Blu-ray box set that is only 32 pounds. It's $31.99. So, I mean, that's an amazing deal. That's like 8 pounds per movie, right? This is just super exciting. This is something that people have been asking me about since Eureka put out the first Mr. Vampire movie, which I think was like almost 2 years ago. That was announced and everyone's like, when are we getting this sequel and that sequel and this other sequel? And guess what? Here they are. They're coming together from Eureka Entertainment in May. So, synopsis. After the huge success of Mr. Vampire, Hong Kong audiences were desperate for more vampire hopping action, and the film's producers were more than happy to oblige. A steady stream of Jiangxi content was produced over the following years, and presented here are 4 of these classic titles from stunning new restorations. So, Jiangxi is the Chinese hopping vampire. In Mr. Vampire 2, aka Vampire Family, an archaeologist and his students unwittingly set free a family of hopping vampires to wreak havoc in 1980s Hong Kong. Mr. Vampire 3 returns to a period setting and sees Lam Ching-ying's Taoist priest battle an evil witch. Hell yeah. A brilliant performance by veteran actress Pauline Yuquang Wang. Mr. Vampire 4, aka Uncle Vampire, 2 feuding neighbors, a Taoist priest and a Buddhist monk, must join forces when their village is overrun by vampires. And finally, in Vampire vs. Vampire, Lam Ching-ying's Taoist priest finds his Jingsha fighting knowledge is of little help when he goes up against a European vampire. So full disclosure, I've never seen any of these movies. And I don't have the original Mr. Vampire release from Eureka. I didn't pick that up when it first came out, and I just never went back and got it. So I have not seen any of the Mr. Vampire films. That's probably going to blow your mind, and that's probably going to really upset you maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But that's just like a huge blind spot for me. A lot of Hong Kong horror movies, honestly, is like, I know these are like horror, comedy, action type of films, but they're like a big blind spot for me. So I haven't seen a lot of the classics. So drop in the comments as well what your favorite Hong Kong horror movies are. Maybe I'll check them out. More into like slasher movies, monster movies, vampires, like that kind of stuff than I am into like the untold story Ebola syndrome type of movies. But let me know in the comments what your favorite stuff is, and I'll start making myself a list. So, and I have heard of a lot of these films. You know, like I talked to Art of Venema a lot. He's a big fan of Hong Kong horror, but still, it'd be interesting to know what people like. My favorite, as of now, my favorite Hong Kong horror movie is probably Vampire's Breakfast. I interviewed Simon Wilson, who played the vampire in that film. That's on my channel. You can go check that out. But I love that movie. So, special features. Limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling. Mr. Vampire 2 and Mr. Vampire 3 are presented in 1080p HD from brand new 2K restorations. And Mr. Vampire 4 and Vampire vs. Vampire are presented in 1080 HD from brand new HD restorations. Cantonese and English audio options on all films. Optional English subtitles for all films newly translated for this release. Brand new feature-length audio commentaries on Mr. Vampire 2 and Vampire vs. Vampire by Asian film expert Frank Zhang. Hell yeah, you know I love Frank. And brand new feature-length audio commentaries on Mr. Vampire 3 and Mr. Vampire 4 by action cinema experts Mike Leader and Art of Venema. So we get all the heavy hitters, all the all-stars are on here. That'll be really fun to hear those commentaries. Brand new video piece on the history and resurgent popularity of the Jiangxi genre. That sounds really cool because I know nothing about this. Will be perfect for me and for you if you've never seen these films, because I know very little about this genre. Reversible sleeve featuring original poster art. trailers, and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing on the films and the Jiangxi genre by James Oliver. That's limited to 2,000 copies. So that is a 4-movie set that is coming out the 22nd of May, 2023. And if you thought we were done, my friend, we are far from done, because they are also putting out a Ringo Lam movie in May, excuse me, May 29th of 2023. We are getting Burning Paradise. Hell yeah. So Vinegar Syndrome did put this out recently in Region A. Burning Paradise is a Ringo Lam period piece martial arts, like bloody ass brutal film. I'm going to be reviewing this film before this release drops in my Patreon. You can sign up for $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever. I'm hoping to review it this week, because when Eureka announced this, someone in my Patreon sent me a message and was like, are you familiar with this movie? Like, is this worth pre-ordering? So I thought, well, let me just review it, because I do have a digital copy of an HD version of this film. So I'm going to review it, put clips in it, the whole 9 yards, and that'll be a Patreon exclusive. So you can hop in there and check that out. And then when this release comes out, I will also be obviously reviewing the release. So this is from Ringo Lam, who is one of my favorite Hong Kong filmmakers, which you'll know if you saw my list of my 6 favorite Hong Kong filmmakers, which is supposed to be 5, but I cheated and put 6 on there. I think Ringo Lam was at number 5. And he directed Wild Search, which is one of my favorite Hong Kong movies, City on Fire, which is one of my favorite Hong Kong movies, he did Prison on Fire, School on Fire. Full Contact is a really popular film that he directed, Full Alert, which has been released by Eureka on Blu-ray. And then the one with Sammo Hung. God, what is that movie called? Because it's got 2 titles, and I'm like blanking on the title. But he directed an amazing movie that stars Sammo Hung, and it's like a kind of like a heroic bloodshed movie with some classic Sammo comedy in it. Touch and Go came out in 1991, I believe. I loved that movie. So okay, so director Ringo Lam's only film in the wuxia genre is also one of his best and bloodiest. Hunted by the Manchu government, a young Fok Sayuk is captured and sent to the Red Lotus Temple, where Shaolin monks are enslaved and viciously tortured by the sadistic warden named Kung. Thrown into a pit of corpses and left to die, I think it's Fong Sayuk. I think that's a typo. Anyway, Fong survives and attempts to save his Shaolin brothers. Produced by Choi Hawk, Burning Paradise is a dark fantasy epic filled with shocking violence and incredible choreography. Eureka Classics is proud to present the film for the first time in the UK since the VHS era in a blood-soaked special edition. That's really exciting that it's in the classics line too. I'm such a huge fan of Ringo Lam. I really think he's like a great filmmaker in like throughout the whole history of cinema. I would call him a great filmmaker, not just relative to like other Hong Kong filmmakers. So, and this is not a film I've seen before, believe it or not. As you can tell, relatively limited availability since it's available in the UK for the first time since the VHS era. I believe there is a Hong Kong Blu-ray of this movie, or maybe a German one. But obviously, if you're English speaking, you're going to want to wait for this, because check out what's on here. Limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork by Darren Wheeling, a 1080p HD presentation on Blu-ray from a 2K restoration of the film's original 35mm camera negative. Hell yes. Cantonese and English audio options, both in their original mono presentations. Optional English subtitles newly translated for this release. Brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Jiang. Brand new interview with actor Wong Kam Kong, archival interview with Choi Hawk, theatrical trailer, and a limited edition collector's booklet with new writing by James Oliver. That's May 29th of 2023, and that is Burning Paradise, Ringo Lam, one of my favorite Hong Kong filmmakers, one of my favorite filmmakers in general. And there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. This is not a Hong Kong film, and it's not a Hong Kong set. It's a 3-film set. You can turn off now if you're not interested in it. These are Polish films. Now, why am I going to read to you about this? Because there's a film in this set that I've been wanting to see for years. And maybe about a year and a half ago, someone sent me a digital copy of it. It wasn't great, but I was like, I just really want to see this movie. And so I got there were no subtitles on it, so I had to search for subtitles for a while, and then I burned the subtitles into the file, and then my hard drive crashed, and I was never able to watch it. And this is a filmmaker I've been interested in for a few years, and I've been really interested in getting more into Eastern European cinema, because I've seen some stuff that I loved, and that's a huge blind spot for me. And so when Eureka announced this, I was so excited. This is the Masters of Cinema series. I don't speak any Polish, and I'm going to butcher the crap out of the pronunciation here. Andrzej Zulawski? 3 films. So this is the director of Possession. This is the film with Sam Neill that a lot of people are familiar with. That I have never heard anyone say anything less than that movie being a masterpiece. And I've never seen that film, which again, like European cinema, Eastern European cinema, excuse me, like obviously I've seen a lot of like French stuff and whatever, but like Eastern European cinema is a huge blind spot for me. So, and I just recently I've been watching the Kieslowski movies. Like I finally finished the Three Colors trilogy last year, and then I've been watching the Decalogue too, and I've been just in love with that. And he's also Polish, so made me kind of even more excited about this. An uncompromising visionary and a true maverick of European cinema, the Masters of Cinema series is proud to present three films of Andrzej Zulawski. But let me know in the comments how you pronounce his name. All making their UK debuts on Blu-ray from new 4K restorations. Rich and multi-layered symbolism and rich with multi-layered symbolism and apocalyptic imagery. The third part of The Night is Zulawski's highly influential debut feature film. After his whole family is slaughtered during the Nazi occupation of Poland, Mikhail decides to join the resistance but descends into madness after encountering a doppelganger of his murdered wife. That sounds insane. The Devil is a violent tale of satanic seduction during the Prussian invasion of Poland in the 7th century, which proved so controversial upon its release, it was banned for 16 years. Okay, so this next one is the one that I really wanted to see that someone sent me a copy of. And finally, On the Silver Globe, Zulawski's masterpiece about a team of astronauts who land on a desolate planet and start a new society. When filming was 80% complete, the Polish government ordered the production to be shut down and all the negatives were destroyed. Miraculously, the original film reels were preserved, and 10 years later, the film was presented at the Cannes Film Festival to great acclaim. So, special features, limited edition box set, which is 3,000 copies, limited edition hardbound slipcase, all films presented in 1080p HD from definitive 4K restorations. Oh, so I guess the whole thing is limited to 3,000, like they're not reprinting this maybe. Optional English subtitles for all films from translations by Daniel Bird and approved by the director before his death in 2016. Escape to the Silver Globe, which is directed by Kuba Mikurda from 2021, an acclaimed documentary on the production history of On the Silver Globe. Brand new feature-length audio commentary on the Silver Globe by Daniel Bird. Michael Brook on The Third Part of the Night, a brand new interview. Michael Brook on The Devil, brand new interview. Brand new video piece by Daniel Bird on the cinematography of On the Silver Globe. Brand new video piece by Daniel Bird on the costumes and props of On the Silver Globe. Brand new documentary short by Daniel Bird using previously unseen archival footage from the filming of On the Silver Globe. Wow. Brand new interview with Lukas Zulawski. Brand new interview with Adam Zulawski, maybe relatives of the filmmaker. And then a limited edition 60-page collector's book featuring new essays and archival material. And that is coming out on the 22nd of May, 2023. That just sounds amazing to me. And I'm thinking really, really, really seriously about picking that up along with the Hong Kong title. So my name is Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. It's a really, really exciting month in May 2023 from Eureka Entertainment. We're getting the four the Mr. Vampire sequels in a box set. We're getting Burning Paradise from Ringo Lam and then those Polish films. I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.